Oh, goddamn. We ready?
Yeah.
All right, so uh, the thing about what we do, us, me and you, is like, you know, like with me and this whole whatever endeavors and all that shit, these ventures or whatever. I don't have no whole lot of ego. You got a little ego. You do be on that bullshit, but as far as the business is concerned, you don't have a whole lot of ego. You willing to do what need to be done, right? Like I had this experience in Raleigh and shit, and these different little cities or whatever, trying to do what I do, and you know, with the peripheral folks.
Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Picking up the broken pieces. I done had my share of lessons and no life a teacher. This beat be talking to my soul like it was a preacher. This for them late nights on the road, so turn up your speaker floor, call, turn up the heater. Bet on me, go all in. If I try and I failed, I'ma try it again. I won't stop until I win. Time to finish what I started. It's a beautiful feeling to know I put my heart in. I'm all in. Everything I wanna know, I'm really about to have it to it.
Things been all good, right? It's like doing what I do, how I do it, is inspirational to people, right? You know, me being who I am, looking the way I do, you know, all fucking crazy and unconcerned. But the passion is in the thing. The passion ain't necessarily in appearances and perception. The passion is in the thing. It's kind of pure, where people on the outside see me and be like, the fuck? Then over a little time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So the people fuck with me. The business people don't necessarily fuck with me. I ain't necessarily good for business until I prove myself in my own business. I don't even know if that makes sense. So it's like, you know, you have rebellious business people who still gotta go by the business rules, because it's all about money. Business is money. So you still gotta follow certain guidelines. But a motherfucker ain't necessarily concerned with money. It's like, nigga, what can I do with you? You might have a valuable product, but if you ain't concerned with making money from your product, then what the fuck am I gonna do with you? Right? The people on the outside that share the same passion I have, fuck with it. Because they see it for what it is. It's a different kind of passion. It ain't necessarily business driven. It's more about the hearts and minds, right? You know, and they get it. Same thing with you. Like you just said just now. If such and such people call me, regardless to our past, I still have fucking respect for them. Regardless to how our thing personally went. I fuck with them niggas because I like what they doing. You willing to put aside whatever personal shit y'all got to look at the big picture and show respect to the people that you still admire. You know what I'm saying? You got your own thing going on, but you watching their shit too. Like, I like that shit. I might not have necessarily got along with that motherfucker, but I like what he doing. I fuck with what he doing. If this nigga came to me, you know, even though we had whatever, and say, yo, man, I want to do such, I would like you to, you know, contribute. Fucking right, I'll do it. I feel the same way. I had these dealings with certain people, and I don't necessarily know how they feel. It ain't good, because, you know, whatever. If it was, then blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I still respect them. I don't give a fuck about our personal shit. I'm doing what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm gonna continue to do it. They doing what they doing, and I hope they continue to do it on their own, whatever, you know. But if that motherfucker was to reach out to me and be like, "Yo, I want to do this," I'm all the way with it. I don't have to, ego is about, oh, well, me and that motherfucker ain't have good dealings and shit. So even though I respect what he doing, I don't like how the whole personal thing happened. That's fucking dumb, right? I feel enough confidence in myself, belief in what I'm doing, that I could put all that stupid shit aside and look at the bigger picture and, look that nigga right in the face and be like, oh, what's happening? Maybe I'm nuts. That might have a little part of it. The fact that I don't give a fuck anyway. So, I'm trying to learn from my mistakes. But at the same time, I ain't necessarily trying to change who I am. You know what I'm saying? The shit that motherfuckers on the peripheral respect, I ain't trying to change none of that. I'm going to be who the fuck I am, and I'm going to push what I'm pushing. But on the business side, I might need to smooth a few things out. I might need to be more business oriented, more conscious of the business aspect of things. You know what I'm saying? Those are things when I ain't trying to change who I am. My agenda, quote unquote, is going to be the same. As it evolves in my head, it's going to be what it's going to be. But the business side, I do have to start paying more attention to if I want to be successful.
Touch my woman.
Yeah. So the reason it was important to record this was documentation. Man, that's so disrespectful.
Hello?
That's so fucking disrespectful.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
Okay. Alright.
DJ Pooh.
What was you saying?
Yeah, it's important to fucking document when you come to these crossroads, right? Like, I'm about to, and it's, speaking shit into existence, all this shit. I'm about to take the leash off of myself. I hold myself back, I know it. So, I'm about to take the leash off. That go back into the whole obstacle thing that we was talking about earlier, right? So, motherfuckers, the power structure, the powers that be, have a code that they live by, right? The code ain't that fucking complicated, right? They know niggas don't know shit, so they throw roadblocks that are a part of the code, right? They have rules, but they tell you what they want you to do, hoping that you don't know what the actual rules are, right? For instance, like, say you had a business you was trying to start or starting, and you had a job at the same time, right? And you tried to, kind of use your job in the workplace as a catalyst to get your business started, right? So, you talking to people in the earlier stages, doing research and development and all that shit, getting opinions. Then you start implementing what your plan was, getting responses, replies and such from people. Then you actually start implementing your business and getting responses and replies from people. And things are going good, right? Then the organization says, oh, nah, you can't do that. And you like, fuck, for real? I can't do this? No, you cannot. All right. Okay, I won't. And then you continue to do it anyway, right? And you say, fuck them, I'm gonna do it anyway, right? And at this point, you feel like, oh, I'm breaking the rules, but it's for a worthy cause, so fuck them rules, right? Then it's like, you continue, and they continue to, hey man, did we not just tell you not to do this? You are not supposed to be doing this. It's like, all right, you're right. I ain't gonna do it. And then you continue to do it, right? Like, you know, I'm still doing the right thing. Who cares what they got to say? And then it's like, they come to you again. It's like, God damn it. We told you not to do this and you continue to do it, so we're going to have to do something. Here's this goddamn document showing that you're not supposed to do it. And you take the document and you ball it up. Then you open it back up. Oh, let me just read this document. And you read the document and it's like, oh, they're actually giving me permission to do it. Right? So then you start processing these things in your head, right? It's like, okay, you know, motherfuckers be hating. So we understand that. And it's like, okay, let's look at the hate, right? So hate is just like, oh, he doing something that, you know, I could be doing, but I'd rather not do. So instead of doing what I know I should, I'm going to talk shit about him because he's doing what I know I should be doing and could be doing, but I'm not doing. And because I'm not doing it, I feel like shit about myself because I ain't living my full potential. So because I'm not living my full potential and he seems to be living his full potential, I don't like it. So I'm going to say something against what he's doing, right? That's what hate is, right? So it's like, you have these individuals who support your shit. Like, oh, I love what you're doing. You make a great fucking product. Here's my little input. You know, whatever support you need, let me know, right? You hearing these from multiple people within. And to that, you know, there's a ratio of, supporters to haters. You know, you got about half and half. Who knows? Because a lot of the hating be done whispering and like little bitches, like little fucking scared ass, pussy ass motherfuckers. You know, that's where most of the hating is done. But some of the hating is done out loud, you know, whatever the case is, you know, on some old righteous hate. I'm righteous, but I'm hating. I'm hating, but I'm righteous. I'm rightfully hating. You know, I'm hating like a motherfucker, but I'm right. You're wrong and I'm right. So I'm hating, and that's all it is hate. But I could present it as I'm trying to do the right thing, but I'm hating. You know what I'm saying? So going back to this document. So the document states that you have permission to do what you do, but it has to be done at certain times, certain places. So it's like, oh, they're telling me I can't, but this document that they printed out and brought to me, like to, confirm their stance, is actually killing their whole fucking argument and making my argument for me. Give me permission to do what they're telling me they don't want me to be doing, right? And this is from the company. Like, they saying one thing from the company's standpoint as representatives of the company, all that old bullshit, but the document is saying something different. And so these dumb motherfuckers called me back into the office like, I thought we talked about this whole endeavor you're doing, this venture where you seem to be doing a great service to the people and they love it and blah, 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 but we don't like it. So I thought we talked about it. And it's like, yeah, we did. And it's like, I thought you said you wasn't going to stop. I was like, you know what? I was going to stop. But then I got this document that you printed out and gave to me. And this document actually states that I have permission to do it. How does it state that? Let me pull it up on a computer. The document states, and I'll sit back. I think I was sitting like this. They call me in the office. It's the HR, the big HR lady, and it's this new nigga. I call him new nigga. His name is whatever, but I call him Virgil. Like Virgil from WWF. Virgil, remember Virgil? Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man. I call him nigga Virgil, but his name is whatever it is. So, they call me in the office. I'm just sitting like this in the office, all disrespectful and, kind of minimizing me or whatever. And he's like, he pulls it up and he's reading the document to me. And I'm just sitting like this, got my fucking whatever on, the whole little PPE, whatever the fuck. And I'm just sitting there looking all uninterested. And he's reading the document. I'm just like, listening to him read the document. And I have the document because I presented it. He's reading doc. Actually, I have a copy of it right here. I open it up, and as he reading it, I'm reading it, and the lady is sitting over there with her laptop, whatever. I don't even know if she's paying attention, but as he's reading it, I'm reading it, and he's like da 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 da. And as he's reading it, he's starting to get what I'm getting, and he looks at her like, he's actually right.
What are we doing here?
So they say, yeah, I know what the documents say, but we would really like you to stop. Like, looking at the document, like, yeah, but the document says, and he's like, yeah, but we would really, I was like, so you're contradicting the document, and you realize this conversation is being documented. He's like, looking at her for, clarification, and she's giving him no help, because what the fuck she gonna say, and they finally like, so do you agree to stop? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to stop because all this is unnecessary. I'm selling cookies. People love it. And, here we are. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm going to stop because I feel like this is unnecessary. So I'm going to stop. And I leave. And while I was in there, I was already devising a plan to, set up shop Monday. I'm gonna go to that motherfucker about a few hours early and shit and just set up shop with all kind of shit to sell in the parking lot. Because the document says I can. The point of this whole thing is obstacles, right? What we see as obstacles ain't really obstacles. They like, remember like on Mario or whatever the fuck, or Sonic, when they would jump on the bouncy thing and they could usually jump a little bit higher. But when they jump on the bouncy thing, they jump real high. That's what these obstacles are. It's like give a nigga motivation. Make a nigga hop up out the bed in the morning. Like, whoo, I can't wait to go to this place and make fun of them. With their little silly rules that don't go with the rule book. You get what I'm saying? So these obstacles we see as obstacles aren't really obstacles. They're like places to have fun. So we should have fun as we make fun of these goddamn fools and start making some real money. You get it?
Yeah. Folks with it.
What we see as rules are their rules. They're not necessarily the laws. We have to pay attention to the laws. We don't have to give a fuck about their rules. You feel what I'm saying? This is a distinction. They have a certain emotion, a certain feeling towards what I'm doing. They're trying to use their emotions to dictate what I do. But the rules state a whole other thing. The rules allow a certain thing. So I'm going to go by that. And not only am I going to go by that, I'm going to make fun of these motherfuckers as I shit, pull my pants down and shit on their plate and hand to them. You feel me?
Can I ask you a question before you...
I'm going to eat the rules and shit out the rules on their plate and have them...
Let me ask you a question before you go.
All right.
Because we was trying to get into it, but I don't think we got into it on the last one. Apply that with no talk on solutions. Apply that to the land lease thing.
We have what they present as the narrative of how things happen, history and such. There's a whole nother hidden, buried rule book, law book. You have propaganda, then you have the actual laws. What niggas been saying for the last however long, like, ain't no black people, ain't no blah 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 blah, African, that whole shit. There's a basis for it. The propaganda states all this other shit, but there's an actual way of doing business and law and politics and shit. That's the shit niggas need to pay attention to, and not the propaganda. If I didn't know no better, or if I wasn't willing to read that fucking law book or the manual, policy manual, then I would have went by what they said. Stop doing what you're doing. But the fucking policy book backed me up. So there's nothing they can say. They can talk all the shit they want, but they'll get fired before I do because I'm still within the guidebook. And what they're doing is documentable intimidation, retaliation, All the things that they are doing to call themselves trying to keep me in line are all against policy. What I'm doing is actually within the policy.
You just got to be able to.
So I'm right and they actually wrong.
You got to be able to prove it.
They have to prove it. The reason they ain't fired me yet is because they can't prove it.
I'm talking about as far as the land lease thing. That's why I said explain.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. So they have to be able to prove it. Why
No,
would
they have to be able to prove it to fire me or to reprimand me. As long as what I'm doing is within the rules, there's nothing they can do to me.
And that's the same.
But they don't want that to be.
And you're saying that's the same with the land lease thing?
Yes, just like the Bruce Beach thing. They stuck to their guns. The people that recovered their land in California stuck to their guns. They probably was told, oh, no, that ain't your land, that's our land. Oh, no, you doing it wrong. Oh, no, the rules is this. Oh, no. But they stuck to their guns. They went by the law, step by step. And now they got their shit back. A lot of the reasons we don't advance is because we fall for the other shit as opposed to the laws and the rules. We fall for the propaganda, the rhetoric, the Joe Biden, yeah, we just changed the law on weed. When you come to find out, nobody was affected by his change in the law. Quote unquote change in the law. And that's the point. He knew he ain't helped nobody, but he hoped that people don't look into his, research what he's talking about. He know most people just gonna hear what he say and go by that. The people that actually look into it find out that what he's saying is true, but it's bullshit. It's propaganda. A lot of propaganda is true. That's why they could slip the lies in there. The lie is that it's actually doing something. But it's true that he actually changed the law. So you can say something true and still be full of shit and saying it. You feel what I'm saying? What they telling me at work is you can't sell there's some truth to it because you can't do it at certain times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But the fine print is that you have permission to do it in certain places at certain times. They don't say that part. It's up to me to go find out what the truth of the situation is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How it really works.
How it really works.
So there's really no lie. It's just half truth.
It's all diversion. It's all
half
distraction.
truth and diversion.
Yeah. To get their way, they capitalize on our ignorance. It's that simple.
So there's no lie that the land is ours. It's just we don't know
right
how to go about reconciling.
Yeah, because like you said just now, we gotta prove it. Yeah, literally, it's, they bank on the fact that we don't have the wherewithal or the documents to prove it.
Because if this stuff is entrusted, then we have to find the trust in order to,
just like the Bruce Beach thing,
in order to tell them, look, your lease is up.
Or the lease was fraudulent in the first place.
Or that too. Either the lease is fraudulent or your lease is up and you've actually been doing this longer and you owe. Now, do you want to renew the lease or do you want to get the fuck off here?
But we're going to have to take care of this other shit
first
before we can move forward.
We definitely got to get the interest off the time that you...
Right.
That you know what I'm saying? The
that
extra
shit,
time that you got.
We
got to finish that and then we can figure out whether you want to... renew this trust lease, this lease trust.
So, although it's comforting to sit in quote unquote realization that shit is stacked up against you, the more fulfilling feeling is things are stacked up against me, but I'm starting to see my way around it. Shit is stacked up for a reason, but I see the holes in it now. I see how they're able to do these things they're able to do. This is one small example for the bigger picture, but for me, it's huge. This shows me that this is how hate wins. Hate wins because niggas fall to intimidation, niggas fall to certain amount of, well, ain't nobody else trying to fight, so fuck it. Ain't nobody else, you know, in this situation, I'm being persecuted. Even if people like my product, they ain't gonna stand with me because they ain't trying to lose their job. Right? So me getting mad copies of this thing printed out and just taking it to people and showing them, breaking it down, what's happening. Listen, they saying I can't do it, but it states right here in the policy that I can in these certain places. So you can rely on the fact that as long as you fall within these guidelines, nothing will happen to you either. This is strictly within the rules. So people don't want to come to me because I'm hot, because they on me. People see that they on me. I'm always going to the office and all so silly little childish shit. But they see me come out the office and talking shit. They don't see me come out the office with my head down like, man, they done got me again. I come out that bitch just like how I was in that bitch. Hey, y'all want some cookies? What's happening? And they looking like, nigga, you just hard-headed. But they can only say you hard-headed until they realize, like, maybe he ain't doing nothing wrong. Because if he was, they would have been got rid of him. Right?
Right.
So all these things, it take time to do, but it's about trust. It's about confidence. It's about self-fucking respect. There was a time a few months ago when niggas felt comfortable talking shit about me at work. They don't do it no more. Cause they know I don't give a fuck. They know I ain't scared of these niggas, and they know these ain't nothing these niggas can do to me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what can a nigga who ain't doing shit, who done purchased from me before and said the shit is dope, and told me that, you know, I like what you doing, but now that they on me, you scared to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you talking shit, to the point where you see they can't touch me, to where ain't nothing you can say no more. All you can really do is fuck with me or don't fuck with me, but if you talk shit, everybody else around know you just hate me. Nobody want to be known as a hater. The jokes is only funny until they ain't got no weight. Man, this nigga crazy, he gonna get fired. Ha ha ha, everybody laugh. Man, this nigga crazy, he gonna get fired. Ha ha ha. Man, this nigga crazy. Man, he ain't get fired yet, nigga. Sound like you hating. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sound like you hating. Didn't you just buy from that nigga yesterday?
I swear, we need to have this meeting of our minds about this land lease shit, man.
Yeah, so it's like...
we need to figure that shit out. Like,
the reason they spend so much money on propaganda is because they have to. Because they know there's laws in place that fuck with us, that confirm what we saying.
That has our back.
That has our back. They can't let us know that. This little small example is showing me that it's all bluster. It's all bluffs. It's all fucking intimidation. It's all, I don't like it, so I don't want you to do it. But then you pull the rules out on them, it's like, yeah, you right. Fuck. I'm gonna have to get him for something else. Some old Al Capone shit. I can't get that nigga for murder, but I'm gonna get him for taxes. They gonna have to get me for taxes. You feel me? And another aspect of that is the people that see it.
That's how they get you. They trying to get your boy like that.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But
they saying he owe like $50 million.
I don't know how true that is. But the young dudes at work. The young dudes at work, right? They don't see shit like me. They don't see niggas who... I refuse to show up at your meeting at 3 o'clock because you don't pay me till 3 o'clock. So I need a transition period. You got to move this shit 3:05.
Yeah. You got to move this shit during work hours, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to and I don't give a fuck how long.
Don't do it on my break, nigga.
Hold on, man. Listen to what I'm saying.
Don't do it on my break.
Listen to what I'm saying. So yeah, exactly that whole thing. So, you know, I don't give a fuck how long you've been doing it. It's not realistic. You can't tell me to clock in early if I ain't getting paid until this time.
Right. Right.
You can't tell me to clock in early and get ready now on your own time and make sure you here. No, that's not how it works.
That's real shit.
You're going to have to move it back to 3:05 or 3:15 because, like, you can't tell me I don't get paid till 3 o'clock.
Right.
But I gotta be at a certain
You
area
can't
at
tell
3
me to
o'clock.
be here and be off the clock. Nah.
Yeah. So I be late at that motherfucker every day. I show up 2-3 minutes late every day. I clock in on time, and then I go in the locker room and get my shit right. And I show up at like 5 after, 4 after, 3 after, whatever. When I show up early, I walk the fuck out. I'm too early. I ain't getting paid yet. And they hate it. But there ain't shit they can do about it because I'm right.
It's just real shit.
The other dudes in there see it. You can call it fucking destructionist or whatever. But I'm so tired of these motherfuckers taking advantage of us. Not just me, but us. So I'm willing to be the sacrificial. Who the fuck cares? But the young people see it and they feel it. So they ask more questions at the meeting.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They defend themselves more in the meetings. You feel what I'm saying? They feel more comfortable speaking for themselves because they see a crazy nigga who speak for themselves and these motherfuckers can't do nothing with him. You feel what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
Because it's all within the rules. It's that simple. You ain't gonna scare me, nigga. I don't give a fuck. And I tell them. And to the point where they don't come to me with bullshit. That's a part of it too. They go to the people around me. They tell people around me what they want to tell me. And they come and tell me. And I be like, what you telling me that for? Oh, you told me to let you know. Like, why you ain't telling me? Don't tell me nothing. Let him tell me. So when the shit don't get done, and he come to me like, yo, la la la, I'm like, you ain't telling me that. There ain't shit they can say. You know, I'm an antagonist any motherfucking way, so, you know, I just like to do my thing and
I just want to get more into these. We gotta have this damn meeting with the minds, man. I want to get more into
call
these,
Pete, man.
to these trusts and these land leases, man. Just to find. I mean, I want to find out for myself, bro. I need to find out for myself.
Laws and rules, man, they're there for a reason.
You ain't found
That
out
ain't got
nothing?
nothing to do with black and white.
You ain't found out
Although it
nothing?
does, because they made, huh?
You ain't found out nothing
What?
about your Genie?
Nah, I'm scared, man.
Scared?
I got people in the mix who, not scared, but I don't trust them. We gonna work it on. We gonna get it right.
What you mean you don't trust him? You got P?
No, I don't trust my family.
I mean, it don't really matter with that. As long as if P say that this is trusted, then it is what it is. Well,
I gotta get the
or
paperwork.
no, I ain't gonna say P. If the genealogy say
Yeah, well, it's about the paperwork.
right,
I gotta get the paperwork and move from there.
Damn, see, that's what I do. I need to get to the courthouse and start looking. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Most of mine, I think all the stuff that he seen for mine was in Georgia, though. So it's like I gotta go to Georgia to do that shit.
Go to Georgia, nigga.
I would have to go to the Georgia courthouse.
I say that, but I ain't think about shit. I gotta go right 3 hours away to Charleston.
Yeah, I would have to go to Georgia courthouse and
Hit that nigga with a rock.
figure out some shit.
Yeah, so yeah, man. I don't know, man. I know I'm learning, and I feel obligation to share my shit.
That would be lovely
What?
to get some man in Georgia. Oh man, that'd
Get
be
what?
lovely to have some man in Georgia.
Well, get on your fucking job, nigga. Stop
Yeah,
crying.
I need to take a move. I need to take a trip to Georgia just for that reason.
And I need to go to Charleston, man.
Shit, let's
Talk to
roll, man. God dang, what we doing?
You trying to go this next weekend?
You know, I got the card for the camera now. I got that
Hey,
card.
matter of fact, Christmas Eve. All right, so this year Christmas Eve and Christmas on weekend. Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is Christmas. So I got that Friday and that Monday off. If you want, you know, it's all up to you. We could plan to make that trip on the 23rd and shoot down there, whatever. Goddamn, shoot a little something.
23rd.
I move a little product. You move a little, you know what I'm saying? Put some music and shit. We film a whatever situation. You know, make the use of it in a day or two and shoot back down here. And it can be like a couple days. It's up to you, brother. Cause I need to take a trip down to Charleston, man. You know, I got a few interviews I need to do. A few, you know, my people got that podcast down there. You know, I want to talk to them niggas. And you know what I'm saying? Get some shit going, man, for the new year.
I did get another card for the camera.
Good.
So the camera's working.
I don't know if did you just hear what I just said? Or you
You said 23rd.
Yeah. That weekend, man.
I would.
Make that trip.
Well, I mean, shit, I can't stay the whole weekend.
I just got to shoot down there for a day or two. Come back.
We had to go early because I want to go to the courthouse and pull up some records.
I got that Friday off. The Friday is the 23rd. Thursday is the 22nd, so we could leave on Thursday, spend all day there Friday, and come back Saturday, or come back Friday night. However the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Because basically, I already got the name.
Cause I just need to have
I got
some
one
flyers,
name.
some cards and shit.
I already
T-shirts and
have. I already
shit.
have one name that I want to look up, and that's my grandfather's father.
You know what I'm saying?
And my grandfather's father's father. See, I know. He told me who that was. My grandfather's father's father, and he said that they own land.
Yeah.
So I just need to look up their name and
See if they got a trust. That's it. If they got a trust and it's irrevocable, then that's your land.
Well, I ain't gonna say it's mine. I just want to see if
Or y'all land.
or y'all land. If somebody's still on it, then that's cool. That's like okay, it's still in the family. So
Yeah, that's the process. That's the process. That's what we gotta do.
As
We gotta look
as
back.
long as it's still in the family, whether it's me or whoever else, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just
That's
want to make sure
that's our responsibilities now
I just want to make sure that it's
as
still
the
in the family.
elders of the family. Like we the elder, we gonna be the elders soon. So we gotta start the process. Cause our elders, I speak for my elders. I don't know what the fuck my elders did. I know my pops was a good man, but my pops ain't got shit. What he thought he had, he don't have. Cause of our family. You know what I'm saying? But after him, I'm gonna be that. Me and my brother. Which he ain't all that interested in it yet, but he will be. Because it's up to me to get him to understand what it's about. That's the roles that we play. You know what I'm saying? He always been about his business, his family, getting his shit right, foundation and shit. But he at the point now where he got to step in. I have to step in. And we got to take the ring.
My pops, my pops is like one of the youngest. He's the second youngest boy of my grandfather. So why wouldn't he would be an heir to something?
Y'all need to have that
Because
conversation.
he's the second youngest boy. I mean, there's one younger than him, but he's the second youngest.
So he's the oldest boy.
No, he's the second youngest. No, because he got older brothers. They got older brothers
So
that's
what that
done
mean?
passed away.
What that mean that he the second year?
Because all the other brothers, well, no, except for, okay, all the other brothers that passed except for one that's older than my dad, and then he got one younger than him. So it's three of them left. One older than him and one younger. So he's the middle. He's in the middle of three right now.
Right.
One of them, so the oldest would be the heir.
So that's when we need to talk about trust and, like you said, trust,
The oldest would be the
wills
heir.
and such. Like, we have to start doing it.
But we got to figure out. We got to find it out first. We got to go do. Like I say, we go down there, man. I'm
Like-
willing to go to the courthouse.
Like, okay, so all right, so another part of this whole paperwork, rules over opinions, is that in my mind, what they trying to do to me in my small role in this whole big thing is an indication of what's really happening in the world. A lot of our quote unquote obstacles are fucking illusions. You know what I mean? Fuck it. So a lot of the obstacles that we see are illusions.
I'm about to go eat too.
Yeah, I'm about to get some work in. But
I'm listening. I'm just doing.
a lot of the obstacles we see are illusions.
Yeah.
Like we think, and you know, some of it ain't. You look at crack laws and all that. That shit ain't illusion. That shit's real. Niggas
We gonna
doing
find
it
y'all
all the time.
motherfuckers and we gonna get y'all. We gonna find these laws and we gonna get y'all motherfuckers.
Oh man. So you know,
We gonna get y'all motherfuckers. Fuck this
you
shit.
know. So
Somehow, we gonna
Some of
teach
the
we gonna teach the next generation to get y'all motherfuckers or something.
some of the shit is concrete,
This man.
but some of the shit is fucking illusions, nigga.
Mm.
Some of this shit is I don't like it,
I'm gonna
and the
break,
rules don't back me up.
break y'all down like a
You
shot.
don't know the rules, nigga, so you gonna go by what I say. And you gonna go by what people behind me say.
I might look
And
kinda
our
crazy,
job
but
is
I
to
ain't
say-
no fool.
Fuck y'all niggas, cause the laws is on my side, bitch. And I'm gonna go by that. So when y'all
Ain't that
try
shit
to
crazy? The
we
law
are-
is on my side.
when y'all try to contradict what the laws say and try to punish me based on y'all little silly fucking feelings and emotions, I laugh on you and I pull my motherfucking, damn it. I don't wanna get I don't want to get. But kids need to hear it.
Good what?
I pulled my motherfucking. It ain't about a gun. I want to say dick. I pull my dick out and pee on your desk, pussy, with your little silly non-interpretation of the rules.
You know you got the.
Yeah. That's what I want. So I pull my dick out.
You ain't shit.
I stand on it.
One more.
Yeah.
I
stand. Man, can I finish what I'm saying? I stand. As you talk to me about. Okay. At the point to where we both realize
it's
that
an
you're.
honor to be a part
God
of your
damn it!
story.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Be a part of your story,
man.
Get my lighter.
As we both realize that your rhetoric and the rules don't align, I peel myself up out of my seat and put one foot and then another foot on your desk and pull my motherfucking dick out and piss on your desk and all of the, when you peeing, that shit is liquid, so it hits the desk and ricochets all on your face and on your little nice shirt, iron shirt. My pee is hitting your desk and ricocheting onto your shirt and your little fake ass silk tie, because it ain't silk,
that's
nigga.
Rain, nigga.
That's
rain.
Motherfucking polyester,
That's
first
rain.
of all, in the first part. And as I'm standing on your desk, I can see that's a clip on, nigga. That ain't even a real tie. So my urine is ricocheting off the desk onto your fake silk tie and little cheap ass shirt and your little scowl on your face because you think you're doing something, but you realize too that you ain't really doing nothing. So a little smirk escapes from your face as you realize that, damn, this nigga got a point. And then you shoot a look to the HR and she looking down on her laptop because she ain't trying to meet eyes with you because she knows she full of shit too. So you both just looking and looking and looking, and then y'all finally say, all right, so I'm glad we had this talk. Do we have an understanding? And I'm like, yeah, we have an understanding. And then I get up off your desk and put my dick back away and I walk about that motherfucker. And you say, look here, don't be goddamn broadcasting our discussion. So as soon as I walk about your office, I'm saying to everybody around it, look at this. Look at this, niggas. Look at this, niggas. These goddamn fake ass goddamn, you got the HR who's a nigga, and fucking whatever this guy is, Virgil, or whatever his real name is, who a nigga, trying to reprimand another nigga for these motherfuckers in here, and they all wrong. And I just peed all over this nigga, and I'm going back to work.
So it's a calm defeat. So
You know what I'm saying?
I was calmly defeated. I'm going to be calm about this defeat, and I'm just going to say,
Hey, put this shit out, man.
A calm defeat. I'm going to edit that.
Why you editing my shit, man?
I don't want you to,
But I did it though.
I want you to put yourself.
Why you gonna speak for me, nigga? Shit.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna figure out a way to blur that shit out.
Yeah, blur. Just blur.
If I could do it,
Just
I don't
blur.
know. I don't know. I don't know if that's on the program.
Oh yeah.
I have to see if it's on the program. How does that shit on the program? Stop, man.
So I could go outside.
Stop that dumb shit, man. You ain't shot.
Outside the
This
blur.
nigga is not trying. Hey, this nigga is adamant about pushing his shit. I'm telling you, this nigga is adamant about
If you
pushing
keep
his
up
shit.
with that blur, then you a bad producer.
Oh man, I'm about to show some goddamn skills, ain't I?
Yeah. You gotta
Hey,
this shit.
I respect that shit, man. Niggas is really adamant about pushing, what he.
The approach gotta be fuck these niggas. The laws is on my side. Yeah, put that shit out, man.
Already too quick shots. Hey, and we about to go to goddamn Cheddar's, nigga. I'm about to go goddamn eat up.
Oh, y'all about to go to Cheddar's? I'm about to go to Rankin Lake, get some work in.
That's why I'm getting it right now. I am not driving. I'm just going to damn chill and damn be a part of the whole scenery.
Blur that shit, nigga. Blur that shit. Blur that.
That's the blur right. I'm gonna look and see if I can find a blur in there too.
Alright, nigga. motherfucker.
You know what? I'm gonna blur that whole goddamn.
The Lowe's is on my side.
You know what? No, this is just this just gonna be vocal. This is just gonna be vocal. This is gonna be audio. No damn visual.
Listen to this. Listen to this fucking hater.
It's gonna be audio.
You see, I'm having to deal with this shit at the workplace and at home.
Straight
you know what I'm saying?
audio.
This nigga just hating this shit.
Yeah.
This is what I say to the haters.
Nah,
Blur this shit, nigga. Blur this. Blur this. To all the haters. Blur that.
Man.
Blur that shit.
I care too much. Man.
Care too much about what? Being a hater?
No, I care about the situation that your whole situation, man. To put you now, I don't want to put you in no bad situation.
Oh, Lawrence, I so appreciate that. Oh, that's so nice of you.
I care, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Right, man. I appreciate it. Hey, man, Cole ordered me a pizza from Portofino's.
You got a phone?
It's in the car, man.
I don't even know where my phone is. Yeah.
A large cheese, man.
Yeah, man. I'm about to go to Cheddar's, man.
And tell that nigga it's for me. So
my wife taking me to Cheddar's.
Fucking it up.
My wife taking me to Cheddar's. Yeah. Yeah.
I need to go to a motherfucking. No, I'm calling Enzo.
So I guess you through with your
rant? Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna call it a rant. I guess you through with your dissertation. You through with your dissertation.
Whatever you wanna call it.
Hey, we coming for our shit, man. Bottom line. I ain't even tripping, man. Muddy water. We coming for our shit.
Motherfucking right, bitch. Motherfucking right, bitch.